What's up guys, back into there with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to chapters 5 and 6, the Promised Time and Advent. So really excited for these chapters. The last couple have been absolutely amazing. The start of the eclipse happening, some very demonic scenes happening upon us. So can't wait to see even more of those. I know it's going to get very brutal very soon. So not looking forward to kind of censoring that. But when I do complain about it, that is just me being lazy, to be honest with you guys. I really don't do all too much kind of editing in general for my videos. I kind of like it uploading it kind of raw and just unedited, as well as being a bit lazy. So yeah, a bit annoying when I have to censor stuff, but again, that's a kind of me thing, so don't you guys worry about that. One of you guys did luckily enough send me a new editing software that I downloaded, but yeah, I was a little bit taken aback by just how many options and such there were. I don't think, again, I don't think my video is really cool for that at the minute anyway. Maybe I might kind of change that up at some point. I have been thinking about potentially for my anime reactions anyway, kind of doing highlight videos with the sound instead of just doing the full episode with no sound. But I think the copyright is a bit of an issue there, to be honest with you. I don't really know how to get around it personally without changing the sound of the episode and making it sound funny. So for now, I'm just going to keep things the same. But that's a little off topic. Again, we've got no real idea what to expect today. There might be heavy changes from the source material from what we saw in the anime, but I feel like they probably would have adapted the eclipse and everything kind of in between then and the end of the eclipse pretty perfectly. I would have thought they would have anyway. So again, looking forward to reliving the terror today. Do let me know what you guys think about this episode down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Interesting. And yeah, let's get right into it. Interesting start here. Very interesting start. Now, could this be Puck, or is this the demon fairy fly thing that we saw? Could be either. I'm leaning towards Puck though. I'm leaning towards that being Puck. I don't know why. Did you guys, if you guys watched the Memorial edition of the movies, there was a little teaser for Puck in there, wasn't there? Looks like we're picking back up with Rickert here. Hey. You. Hey. We're here. The border. Thank you for all your trouble. Will you be alright? Hey, hold up a moment. Take this with you. A bit of money. Oh, medicine. It's medicine, our troops' secret remedy. It works on wounds, fevers, stomach aches, anything. You look like you're about to collapse any minute. Thank you very much, troop leader, sir. For everything, really. He does look like he's aged like 4 or 5 years and gone into a deep depression, doesn't he, Rickert? Understandable, considering what he went through in that forest. But look how old he looks in these shots. He's not that kind of young, brimming with life little boy that we've seen up until this point, is he? Goodbye. Take care of yourself. Now, what do you suppose was wrong with that boy? He looked pale as death. Maybe something truly frightening happened to him. You got a spot on there. He looked pale as death. There he goes. Won't you see him off? See him off? You gotta be kidding. Who are these people? That creepy fucking... What are these creepy things right here? Is that Puck then? Right here? Who are all these people, to be honest with you? Who are any of these people? Oh, bit of an itchy head. The second he saw me, he freaked out like he had just seen a ghost or something. They exist sometimes, you know. especially in the cities where folks don't believe in ghosts and whatnot. I bet he's a rich kid from some cosy place in Midland. Yeah, it looks like that is Puck, and I think he probably got mistaken for that demonic fairy that we saw earlier on, probably, by Rickert. Or else maybe he got messed with too much by some of my buds. Let's see. Perhaps we'll peek into the boy's future. I wouldn't do that. She's got no idea. What's this? What's up? An evil omen. An incredible calamity is about to occur. Why does Puck look so big, though? Is that just his shadow that looks big? The stars have gathered on that boy's path. A huge number of evil stars with a giant white star at its core, as if they swirl about it. Huge number of evil stars with a giant white star at their core. Is she talking about the God Hand and the demons, or is she talking about those stars circling perhaps Guts, or maybe even Griffith? Who knows? It's Kato. No, is it Rago? Guess we'll get that explanation in a second. A giant white star is now being concealed by the moon's conjunction. Note, conjunction is a new moon. Note, the star that suddenly appears in the night sky and scares people is called Kaito. The star that steals light from the sun or moon and causes an eclipse is called Rago. Along with other imaginary stars, they are ancient legends. Oh, that's cool. Rago Kato. Wow, a lot of text here, isn't there? Yeah, that is definitely Puck. if we couldn't tell before. I don't really get it. If it's that bad, shouldn't we keep him from leaving? Check my head real quick. Okay, cool. It was a bit itchy, because I literally just come out of the shower as soon as I record these, and I can never not wear a hat in my videos because my hair just goes all over the place. It's such a mess. It's annoying having curly hair because it's alright once it's wet, but then when it dries, it just goes just rises. It's like cake or bread. I don't really get it. If it's that bad, wouldn't and going outside, especially in the UK, it's just a nightmare without any type of headwear on with the wind. If it's that bad, shouldn't we keep him from leaving? No, we mustn't. The boy has a large effect on this gathering. Does he though? A large effect. He just, from again what we saw in the anime movie anyway. He wasn't even involved in the anime. In the movies, he just arrived at the end. So what kind of large effect does he have? Bringing Skull Knight, perhaps? I mean, Skull Knight was probably going to arrive anyway. He was here now is itself evidence of that. It's his fate. To interfere recklessly in one's fate is against my principles. No, it's impossible to do such a thing in the first place. Everyone is how they are, how they must be. All the more if it's something that involves the whole world. After all, what determines a good omen or a bad omen is human reason. None are able to measure the ways of God. It's a nice way to interpret that, I guess, isn't it? This is a very bad omen at the minute. Could be a good one eventually, maybe. Could be a good experience, I guess. So, I don't know how anyone could see it that way. Good devil kind of evil experience, I guess. You're really trying to look at it in a positive light. What's the point of dressing that up? In other words, what will be, will be. Hey, look. What's that? The sun is... Huh? What? Ah, wait. I wasn't done. That you and that boy happened to cross paths here might also be a part of God's grand scheme. I think so as well. It's really weird in this shot right here. So, I don't know. It almost looks kind of sad, almost. An eclipse. It's ominous. I've got a bad feeling. Has something happened to everyone? Now that's something you don't see every day. Like a huge hole. Hey, I thought I told you not to land on people's heads, Puck. It's not like you're getting any bolder. No. Just naked little elf land on your head. Little landing zone. These are quite nice people, aren't they? You know, I don't think we've ever actually seen these people before. So there already is a few changes, isn't there? Hey, there he is, in full flash and glory. It's the Puck. I'll bet some big god or devil or something is peeking through that hole. You're probably right. You're probably right. As we're back here. So is that like a transition between the human realm and the dimension they're now in, I guess? And that's the inside look of the eclipse, whereas that's the rest of the world's view of it, I guess. Almost looks like an eyeball here, doesn't it? Some interesting faces in here, isn't there? There's one skull right here, but they all look pained, don't they? Not massively. I mean, they do look quite massively pained as you go backwards. But some of them are just like resting. Then again, you get some again. You get some skeleton here, which is interesting, and the texture on this face as well is strange, isn't it? As we see the band right here, I think that's Guts and Griffith. What happened? What's going on? Where? What the hell? Imagine how fucking shit scared you'd be if this actually happened to you. All of a sudden you just get transported to this fucking place. Oh, damn. They're not pleasant faces, is it? As Caucus makes the same face back. What is this? Oh my god, look at him there. Bloody hell. Where the hell are we? Hey, weren't we just riding through a meadow? Weren't we? Are we dreaming while we ride along? Or else, without noticing it, did fucking Caucus looks scary here. Bloody hell. Clenched teeth. But calm down. Calm down? How the hell am I supposed to calm down? Shut up! That's Casca for you, even in this situation. Shut the fuck up, Caucus. Keep cool. Don't dwell on what you can't understand. Do what you can do. Everyone in a tight formation. No one strays. So that's a good leader right there. Guts, Get Griffith on a horse. I know. Even in a situation like this, she's quite a woman. More so than I thought. You really underestimated her. Never do that for Casca. But yeah, hell of a woman, isn't she, doing all this, faced with this fucking situation. Can you stand, Griffith? As we pick back up with the beheader. That's really odd. Why is this here now? I'm sure he didn't have this when we rescued him. And what are those? Tears of blood? The shape's different too. That's right. At that instant when the world went weird. Did this do it? Horrible looking thing, isn't it? Griffith is crying the same tears of blood. Griffith! Big sis! Look! And here we go, man. Here we go. Countless fucking demons. Of different shapes and sizes. This motherfucker looks so high. There was a movie I can't wait to see this year, Cocaine Bear. That sounds like it's going to be an experience, doesn't it? Horror movie, I think. Who are they? When did they? The time has come. The time of the great nocturnal festival. The feast that happens once every 216 years. The eclipse. Can't wait to see a load of these designs, man. They were really good in the anime. So imagine they're probably going to be even better here. Much better, probably, actually. Got some nice teeth already. Eclipse? They come. They are coming. The Advent. The sovereigns of the supreme beings. The advent of the four guardian angels. This almost looks a bit like Swamp Thing right here. Damn, that is a motherfucker. Scary face right there. All them rejoicing up to the heavens. Is that slain? I think it is, because we can see our nipples coming out of it. That is my that is the hint that is slain to me. He's about to get nude. I think I remember her kind of awakening from the anime. I think she was the first one, wasn't she? Kind of just rose up from the endless faces down here. Probably the most attractive one as well. She's the only female one, so of course. Although we did see that another, well, I would say female demon, but more of a demon pretending to be a woman at the very start of the series, wasn't it? Other than that, we haven't actually seen any other women demons. The demons are still rejoicing there on top of the faces. The promised time. End. Okay, let's go, man. Good first chapter here. Again, especially this new stuff with the again, we've seen most of this before, but love seeing how Casca handles the situation again, like an absolute boss. But it's really interesting seeing Puck again. Of course, really nice seeing him back. Really nice bit of kind of comic relief. Although I'm not really sure now is the best. Well, I guess maybe now is the best time, at the darkest time for that, isn't it? But yeah, interesting seeing this Rickert old woman fortune teller Puck stuff, wasn't it? Very interesting. So Puck might have a big part to play, and they said Rickert is going to have a reasonably big part to play as well, which not expecting. So looking forward to seeing that. But let's get straight into the second chapter, and there she is. Advent. Yep, got a bit of censoring to do today. So there she is. Big old, yep, big old titties right there. Bloody hell! Oh, even more. Bum too. Yeah, very nice figure, hasn't she got? But again, I think that kind of makes sense for her position and her obviously being a demon or devil. I think daemon. I'm not really sure what exactly they're called. Monsters. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? They're quite the seductive body, quite the alluring body, quite the dangerous body as well. But we see the feathers coming around her. Nah, that's a sick shot, isn't it? Full wingspan. Everyone just staring in awe. That was a sick shot, isn't it? And there she is in her full form. Very cool design, isn't it? And again, I'm very glad for these little hooks. They're going to be doing us quite a few favours over this volume, I think. But that armour is interesting, isn't it? It's like a skeleton kind of armour. Like in the weirdest place, like do you call that armour? It's more like a corset thing, isn't it? I think that's what they're called. We're sure. Interesting looking though, isn't it? Again, it just looks like the inside of like not a human, but the inside of something. The wings as well are very interesting, aren't they? I imagine these are her like actual wings up here. Well, obviously these are her actual wings as well, but they're different looking, aren't they? They're more kind of slivery, a little bit more demonic than the ones up there. The ones up there were almost like falling angel wings, like angelic wings, but in black. But these are just demonic, aren't they? It almost looks like a cape as well. She looks good though. That's for sure. Very like the hair as well. It looks like snakes. Gives you a bit of that what's a gorgon? What's that? Forget the name. But the woman with snake hair. That was so stupid. I very much should remember that name. I can't remember. I will Google it. I'm going to be so pissed when I see it. Woman with snake hair. Medusa, that's the one. Such a popular figure. I don't know why I remember Gorgon, because I think that's the name of what she actually is. Rather than the actual name of her. But yeah, kind of look like a bit of a Medusa-like figure with that hair like that, doesn't she? I'm not even going to bother censoring these, to be honest. But yeah, it looks really nice. Huh? Just now, was that a giant? Here comes another one. This little smile. That is a really cool introduction, isn't it? Of swirling souls kind of surrounding him. He drops down. That is a sick shot right here, isn't it? I remember this shot a lot from the anime. It's a sick shot, isn't it? Wah! Very interesting shape design as well. Almost looks like a turnip, a very small turnip. It just arrives in the middle of them all. Again, I really like his design. Again, like I've said plenty of times, it really reminds me a lot of the Hellraiser designs of one of the Cenobites. I'll get that up quickly as well. They made a new Hellraiser. I still need to watch it. I heard it's actually pretty good as well. The original Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, I've seen a few of the others, which are absolute shit, by the way, which I do not recommend. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend any of the sequels other than the first two, but even the first two movies aren't that great. They're good. They're good. They're really gory and disgusting. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of this one here on the right, or on the left of this picture. That's probably not the best shot of him. Not really many good shots, but this guy here on the right, he reminds me a lot of him. They do look very similar, don't they? He's got more of a smiley face, but he's got those kind of glasses and etched onto his head type deal that this guy's has got going on as well. I always think of this guy when I see that member of the God Hand. Right, do you remember this one? Oh my god! Again, that series just gets wacky. There's like 8 sequels. I think half of them like straight to TV. I used to watch quite a few of them on Netflix back in the day. But yeah, it really reminds me of that guy every time I see his face. Obviously, this guy's a little bit more fun. Well, I like him his design a little bit more. This guy is always a little bit, I wouldn't say a disappointment, but didn't really ever get too much out of this guy. Not too much personality comes across. Like with this one, very much his personality comes across straight away. Same with Slain. Maybe that is this guy's personality, just not a lot of it coming across. And he doesn't do too much either. So again, this is probably my least favorite member, like quite a way as well. Like even his entrance is just kind of copied from both the before entrances. It's kind of more melting than anything, actually. Kind of melting upwards. But yeah, not my favourite one. Weird hands. From one to the next. This is a dream. It's got to be. Ah, no! What now? That. I think this is one of the coolest entrances, isn't it? Void. Creeping darkness. As his yeah, the outline of him becomes more visible. And absolutely massive, by the way. I think Void is one of my favourite designs as well. They're all really good designs as well. To be fair, aren't they? Again, except for the one with the hands like this. Again, it just seems way too similar to the one with the glasses. That's almost like a bit of a Dracula-esque type entrance here, isn't it? Oh shit! Wow. Of course. But again, I think I just get those Hellraiser vibes because the stuff like this that look like kind of pins, just for like the pain looking pins of just the skin and stuff. Cool as hell though, isn't it? Massive brain. Massive brain. Eyes sewn shut. Now this is the classic shot. This is a classic shot. I remember seeing this in the anime. Cover that with my cursor. But look, they're even doing the same kind of hand holding thing. There must be some. Do you reckon that? Obviously, we don't know too. I don't know too much about it. But do you reckon there's more of a link between those two than the rest of them? Then, in that case, because they do look a lot alike, but same physique. One on the top's slightly smaller and different, but I don't know. Maybe they're kind of two sides of the same coin. Maybe that's like the fun side up there. That's the grounded, kind of darker side. Down. I don't know. I don't know. That is a hell of a shot, isn't it? A looming eclipse behind them, void at the back, running the show. Is from what I imagine anyway. Slain right at the forefront. And these two little schemers. Gods. No. Are they demons? What's the deal? At this great time of blessing. Must be a hell of a fucking job drawing these guys over and over again, by the way. This amount of kind of body horror drawing is ridiculous, by the way. I can only imagine how hard it was to do in the kind of Hellraiser movies as well. Some of them. I bid thee welcome to this distant setting, this abstract time. Ye lambs of the ungodly god born of man, enjoy this sacred nocturnal festival to the fullest. I like that a lot. This little... It reminds me of... I can't remember what it reminds me of, but I remember there being a very demonic hand in a very similar fashion I've seen elsewhere. Again, it's amazing how much this is probably inspired from what I've actually kind of watched over the years. Might be a Yu-Gi-Oh card I'm thinking of, I can't remember. Yu-Gi-Oh, funnily enough, got quite a bit of inspiration from Berserk. The honourable child consecrated. I don't know what that word means. Consecrated. Having been made or declared sacred. Alright, interesting. Never heard that. The honourable child consecrated by the laws of casualty. The hawk. Honourable child? Laws of casualty? What's that supposed to mean? Thou art the chosen one. At this time, in this place, the one chosen by the hand of the great god. We art kinsmen, O blessed king of longing. King of longing is a very fitting term for Griffith, isn't it? Yep, that takes us back to this shot we saw very much earlier on in the series of the God Hand. I guess maybe Griffith saw that shot as well that we saw. Kinsman? Griffith? No way. Enough of your stupid crap. Not quite the sword we were expecting. It's a knife actually, isn't it? It's quite funny actually. In comparison to, you know what, it's actually very fitting in comparison to Griffith's Guts' normal sword, which is the massive great sword, I think it's called. Absolutely massive raging sword. But when confronted with this situation where the enemy is this ruthless and this powerful, he's got this fucking tiny little dagger. Actually quite poetic, isn't it? Shows how little he can do in this situation. Even physically it shows that, as well as very psychologically. Imagine that's probably playing on the minds as well. Guts? Maybe I'm thinking too much about that though. Oh, so Slain likes what she sees. First you drag us into this godforsaken hole, then you say whatever the hell you want. Consecrated child? Kinsman? Keep your stupid crap to yourself. I've even seen this guy naked before. What relevance does that have here? He ain't got so much as a tail growing. Don't lump him together with you freaks. Oh, I see. It's just pointing out that he's not like these guys. They're not kinsmen. Wow. I guess that again kind of goes with that narrative of these guys potentially being gay, doesn't it? And still not for sure, but apologies, guys. Took me by a bit of surprise there, Guts. Guts. Like, what expression is this guy making? You could say the same with this guy, but you could. I feel like the smile is always a bit better than the gaping hole. Like Slain is very interested. Such beautiful friendship. I'm sure you will make for an excellent sacrifice. Sacrifice? Yes. A precious sacrifice, so that he may become a demon. She looks really cool here. Well, she looks really cute here. I think she's getting that way because she's getting excited about eating humans, it looks like. Or this, the event, the advent. Touching herself up, just thinking about it. But it would be almost wholesome if it wasn't in a situation. That face right there, wouldn't it be? Griffith's face. Griffith's had a few interesting expressions, hasn't he? Taken aback a little bit by Guts' words right here. Same with this shot here, looking at Guts. Probably wondering if his decision was right to do all this potentially, and maybe worried a little bit about his mortality with Guts and his relationship. And I think this was him thinking back to that shot right there, wasn't it? But maybe that's him kind of yearning out towards the God Hand right there. Again, hard to interpret just because the obviously deficits that Griffith faces right now, but yeah, that is the end of the chapter. I'll try not to go to any shots I need to censor. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. really really awesome couple chapters today, meeting the God Hand, again seeing a little bit of Griffith's reaction to them as well. There's a little bit of the monologue, but again especially just the artwork looks absolutely awesome, doesn't it? The surrounding landscapes is what I'll call them as well. Love the again, love the introductions of these guys, especially this one. This is one of my favorite introductions, as well as Void as well. Yeah, we're only really just getting started in this, aren't we? So can't wait to see what's going to be happening in the next couple chapters. Do let me know what you guys think of these chapters though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. I think I'll be uploading this on Tuesday, so I should be back on Friday with the chapters The Inhuman Host and the Castle. I imagine it's probably more of a look into Griffith's backstory again. And then these two sound pretty gruesome and pretty ruthless, so I think we can expect a very demonic end to this volume, can't we? But yeah, again, let me know what you guys thought about these couple chapters down in the comment section. Can't wait for next time. Hopefully see you then.